What is going on, guys? Reflex here, and this is the year for Kingdom Hearts. Now, I realize you could probably say this almost every year if you want to make some content, but this specifically is a big year for Kingdom Hearts. This is the year, the 20th anniversary. Well, at least March 28th will be the 20th anniversary, because March 28th, 2002 was the release of Kingdom Hearts, the very first Kingdom Hearts that probably touched a lot of people's souls and also probably confused a lot of people, because that was a game where honestly probably no one expected to really be into it as much as they were, because you seen something that looked like a Final Fantasy character and then you seen Donald and Goofy on the front, and you're just probably thinking like, well, why on earth would I ever play this game? But you know, you take the chance. It's one of the best games ever. For a lot of people, it's probably the best series ever that they've played in their lives. I mean, for me, it's definitely up there. It is definitely up there, because there's a lot of different series that really kind of spoke to me as a kid, and still I play to this day. I mean, I play a lot of Kingdom Hearts. I still play Metal Gear Solid, and I still play Final Fantasies. Those are the three games that I definitely played a lot of as a kid and spoke to me a lot. So I mean, the fact that it's going to be the 20th anniversary this year, there's a lot to look forward to. Like, one, there is going to be a ton of like kind of merch and just other type of stuff that you can buy. Like, I know there's that $700 chess set that I really want, and will I get it? I have no idea, because I mean, $700 is a lot, and I was very confident when it first came out that I was like, hey, yeah, that's a year away and I'll be able to get it when the time comes. But then we're already in 2022. Once July rolls around, I'm just gonna think in my head like, do I really want to pay $700 for this? And I mean, the answer is no, because $700 for something I can't use, my brain can't comprehend doing that. However, the collector in me is gonna want to buy it, but I don't know if I'll pull the trigger on it, honestly. Like, I don't even know where I'd put it or where it even makes sense to be put. But I mean, regardless, if I can win it in a giveaway, then I'll probably do that route instead. But this will be the 20th anniversary of Kingdom Hearts. We probably, other than actually stuff like that, we might get actually information for games. There may be, I mean, they've been throwing around a whole bunch of stuff saying we might get announcements for games. There's been a lot of YouTubers and like rumors that was saying we'll get announcements for shows, which, I mean, I'll take whatever Kingdom Hearts related stuff I can get. I mean, I'll take whatever. I'm gonna gobble it up this year, and I hope they do another thing like they did in 2018 in May, where it was the Kingdom Hearts premiere or something like that, or like where they got to play the demo of the game and they invited a lot of content creators out. I would like for them to do that again, and my goal, I want to be invited to one of those things. You know, it'd be dope. It would really be dope to go to one of those things, for sure. Now, do I deserve it? Heck no. I've been on hiatus for like 2 years, so I mean, I really haven't shown as much love as a lot of the other Kingdom Hearts creators that has been there and done this. Because that's the thing. Just because I've been on hiatus does not mean I haven't watched all the Kingdom Hearts YouTubers that I used to watch. I mean, a lot of the people that, you know, when the kind of making Kingdom Hearts videos was the thing to do, they went on to other things, or they might still. I mean, I know Prodigy still makes a lot of theory videos, and he does a lot of stuff with the Kingdom Hearts 3 mods, which is pretty dope. So I mean, he's still killing it, because I remember we were in the same boat at one point in 2018, and we had both like, I think 2,000 subs, and then I go on hiatus for 2 years, and that man has over 10K now. I mean, I think he has like almost 14 or something. Like, he has a lot. And that's cool to see, because honestly, when like you see how Kingdom Hearts can change people's lives in different aspects, I'm not saying like he's insanely big, but there's a lot of even smaller creators that are still making content with Kingdom Hearts. And there's some people that moved over to Final Fantasy, or moved over to just kind of feel themselves in the content creation space, which is cool. Like, I mean, I enjoyed that Kingdom Hearts kind of brought a lot of people out of their comfort zones to make a lot of videos, and then that propelled them to go make videos in other spaces, which is cool to me. But now I do expect to come back in full power once, you know, they actually do show a lot of stuff for Kingdom Hearts, because I expect some things. I don't expect the game per se, but I do expect some information, because if you think that Nomura and them, I mean, he already stated this back in when Melody of Memory was dropping back in I think 2020, is that when they dropped? Yeah, November 11, 2020. That's insane. That I made one video about that because I platinumed the game, but yeah, like, he stated back then that he was going to take his break in 2021, and he was like, I remember them saying, do you think a game will be released in 2022? And he was like, I mean, that would be the goal, but he doesn't know if they would, be able to achieve that, because obviously, it would be kind of hard to, Kingdom Hearts 3 did come out, and that's the big boy. And not only did Kingdom Hearts 3 come out, they released Dark Road, Finish Union Cross, and also came out with, Melody of Memories. They came out with a lot of stuff, and I would think they deserved a break, and I'm glad they took a whole year off. And probably the thing about it is, they probably didn't even take a year off. Like, I guarantee you that they probably were secretly at work brainstorming. I bet Nomura and the team was probably up all night thinking, where do we go from here? You definitely got 3 routes to go, because you got, Kairi training with Aqua, which I would love a Kairi game. I'll be talking about that in a future video down the line. But then you also got Mickey. And see, this is a lot of stuff that's still in my head, because I haven't researched anything. I'm just literally going based off what I remember from 2 years ago when I actually made videos about it. But from what I remember, you're also going to have Mickey going to Scalad Kylam as an arc as well, which, obviously I don't think I want that as a full-fledged game. I'd rather that be a little side arc in a game itself. And then obviously the whole thing with Sora and Quadratum, that whole entire deal, that Yozora deal that, everyone's excited to see. But I'm more inclined to want a Kairi game. I want a full-fledged Kairi game that just gives her the love that she deserves. And also you're gonna have Aqua in there, and who knows, you will probably have Axel as well. So you're gonna have a lot of people that could be in that Kairi game that make people really enjoy that Kairi game. But yes, there is a lot to look forward to for this 20th anniversary, because 20th, like, always in intervals of 5 is when something is, pretty much like you got to do something for it. For Pokemon, you got the 25th anniversary for Pokemon, that they released all the, Pokemon cards and stuff like that on their end, and the last one was 20th anniversary. So obviously for Kingdom Hearts, it's almost like they did something big back when Kingdom Hearts 3 was dropping, but that's obviously was for Kingdom Hearts 3. That was the premiere of that game. But they probably, if we look back, they probably did something for the 15th anniversary and we just don't remember. But they always show love every single year almost, it seems. But a lot of games tend to do things every 5 years. Every 5 years, there is, not saying that there's a game release per se, but there is just items and information and stuff that you will get throughout the year. So we're definitely getting something. It's just a matter of when. And I would say the matter of when would be, honestly, at latest, I think May, to be honest. But obviously March, I would think March 28th is the date that I feel like we should get something definitely on that day. Like, if the world works in mysterious ways, but in a good way, I'd say we get some game information, honestly. At least that's my theory. It would make the most sense to kind of give yourself some information. I'm not saying the trailer or anything, but give us some information about something on the year, on the month, on the day that Kingdom Hearts released 20 years ago. It would just make the most sense. And Nomura is a smart man. He probably already planned this out 5 years ago. That man and his team's minds are just a machine. You got to give them all credit, because they've all came together to create this masterpiece of a game. And obviously, got the controversial opinions, but I don't care about that. I enjoy Kingdom Hearts for what it is, and the fact that it's going to be a 20th anniversary. I'm also going to come out with things this year for the 20th anniversary. I'm going to talk about my journey through Kingdom Hearts, which that will be a long one. I can at least talk about the very first game, how I got into Kingdom Hearts, which is an interesting story. It's very weird. It almost shouldn't have happened, but hey, I persevered and somehow we ended up playing it. But yes, a lot to look forward to Kingdom Hearts related, because you already know there's going to be news that comes out, and I'm going to be that guy. Again, I'm going to retake my throne. I got to fill that void, because there's a lot of YouTubers that were doing it, but I was the guy at one point. I was the guy that was there for, making videos early in the morning or just coming out the minute the news came out. And I got to be that guy again. I have to really just get back in the groove, and that'll be the perfect time. This is the year 2 comeback, which is hilarious timing. But if you guys did enjoy this video, if you did, leave a like, subscribe, and you guys know the drill. I will see you guys later.